Alright. If we're going with what Kanika's mom told us last night, I think we can rule out any natural disasters as what brought the ditchlings here. But not nuclear incidents. Looks like our state has a history with those. What about y'all? Find anything? Kitten!
A handsome black cat.
Before you can respond, a handsome black cat leaps onto the table. Stella quickly slams her book shut in anticipation for this adorable child.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Pixel!
His name is Pixel?
You might want to close your book. He loves to rip up any paper he can find. Perfect for a library cat. Pixel, my dear friend, it's been too long. How have you been? Hungry. Did Stella bring the good stuff? I don't know. Is the stuff on this thing considered good stuff?
I don't know, but we've eaten some of it.
Haha, don't worry, little guy. I didn't forget your treats. Perfect. Cromsh, momsh, cromsh, cromsh, cromsh. Sec, I need to grab my keyboard.
Pixel. Pixel!
Look at that cromsh.
Mm-hmm.
Cromsh, 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 cromsh. Sorry if Pixel's bothering y'all. Hopefully he hasn't gobbled up any of our books. He can't stand the thought that people might pay attention to anything that isn't him.
Oh, so like Pikachu. Okay, cool.
Pikachu's like, I see you're laying in bed reading. Would be a shame if I were to lay in between your face and the phone.
I'll lay on your face while you're trying to stream.
I see that you're trying to do something. It would be a shame if I were to sit on your face. He's cute, though. He's a sleepy boy sleeping right here on my lap, right until he yawned and decided that he is gonna go do something.
Kitty.
My cute cat.
Can we pet Pixel, please? I want to pet Pixel.
Maybe. I mean, he seems to be a slight attention whore, so maybe. Hey, Pixel. What do you think about the monsters we saw in the woods? Why do you let a paper shredder freely wander the library?
Let's talk to the cat.
Kanika's curious. Stella seems to just be used to it. Oscar seems fine.
Yeah.
I'm an indoor cat. I don't know nothing about those woods. I just hang out in the library, especially now that our house got haunted. Pardon?
I'm sorry, your house got haunted?
Pixel says your house is haunted? Which should I say? Pixel says your house is haunted, or wait? You want to do with wait?
Yeah.
Wait, your house is haunted? What?
What?
Hey, how did you know? What? Pixel told me? I mean, Stella's finally understanding.
Stella's like, everything makes sense.
Maple is either psychic or they can talk to animals. I thought you were going to say... I thought she was going to say Maple is either psychotic or... Just roll with it. We've been living in the library for a bit. It's been great. Way more snacks. Way more scritches. Except sometimes there's too much scritches. Hold up. What kind of haunting are we talking about here? Unexplained noises, objects appearing in strange and unfamiliar places. Do we need to do some I'm on observation duty on your house, sir?
No, this is gonna be Phasmo.
Well, I was just saying there's objects appearing, so if there's extra objects, there's some unfamiliar things going on here. Oh, Oscar, don't get her hopes up like that. Nothing like that, sorry. The floor of my bedroom just keeps seeping blood And I've seen a strange figure in the hallway a couple of times.
Your floor is seeping blood?
I like how he's just like, oh, it's nothing that bad. My floor is just bleeding, and there's a random creature in my hallway. Pardon? Pardon. Wait, you've seen a full-body apparition? Can I see it? Stella, it's probably just a dirty pipe or something that's dripping blood-colored water.
The floor is bleeding.
But what if it's a ghost? I believe him. It's totally a ghost. Let's go bust it. Or it's worth looking into. I like our references. Let's go bust it. Y'all are more than welcome to check it out. Maybe tomorrow night? Hey, we have something to look forward to in Chapter 3.
Woo!
Woo! Yes, we'll be there. Let's see, so we got Chapter 1, which is YouTube Simulator. We got Chapter 2, which is, I assume, going into the Mine Simulator. And then 3 is Phasmo Simulator. Yeah, that sounds like a fun way to spend an evening. Can't wait to get spooked by some creaky pipes.
It's good to be skeptic.
You know,
Why do you let a paper shredder when you wander the library?
because it's my cat, and my cat goes where I go. It's just inconvenient that they happen to be a paper shredder. That would be my response. Everyone thinks it's hilarious.
Get a laugh out of everyone's.
You know? Everyone thinks it's funny, and Gretchen unblinkingly stares into our soul once again.
Yeah.
Why don't you mind your own business? Me.
Oh.
Have you seen this little guy's face? How could I say no to that? Look at that one tooth peeping out of his little mouth there.
I love
You know?
him.
He's cute. And he lets me talk to him.
Oh.
Alright, I shall leave you be. The cat curls up on the table and is adorable.
He turned into a loaf.
Yes. A very bumpy loaf. Alright,
Loaf, not
exactly. I'd better get back to shelving. Let me know if y'all need nothing. Nope. If I was one of those people who was into Oscar, I'd be like, look at that ass.
He's got a butt.
He sure does. He just turned around and I saw it, so.
Do you think... I'm sorry, does that third option say, do you think there's a cult here?
It sure does. So any luck with Rosalina? Stella, what was it that you were saying about nuclear incidents?
I haven't heard about any nuclear incidents.
Let's talk about the veins of Scarlet, Silas, Appalachian, Wayne. Why don't we just go look for Rosalina? So we want to just be like, so.
Start from the top.
Yeah. She's like, that is not the topic we were talking about. Haha, not yet. I knew a teen would be a handful, but I think it happened overnight. I'll probably head out once y'all are done, check out her usual haunts. So, nuclear incidents?
Yeah.
Stella, what was it you were saying about?
You're just having more flashbacks.
You know? You were talking about Goldsboro. Yeah? Yeah. Apparently, in the 60s, a B-52 carrying a live warhead broke up midair and dropped a couple of bombs. You know, no biggie.
So casual.
Fascinating bit of history there. The first of the two bombs landed upright after its parachute got caught in a tree. Thankfully, it didn't go off. That'd be terrifying.
Yeah.
At the time, the government claimed that the bomb was unarmed, but it later came out that the only thing preventing a detonation was a single electrical switch which failed to trigger on descent.
Jesus.
And 60 years later, the second bomb still hasn't been recovered. I love that.
Sorry, there's a set.
So what I'm hearing is the second bomb is what all of the Tommyknockers and all of the ditchlings are here saying, hey guys, that second one, there's a second one. I mean, I know that old bombs have a tendency to do crazy things, but that could just mean that it blows up bigger than before.
Yeah.
So, love that for you. Could you imagine if it somehow got into the mine and they were just whacking away at the, wall with their pickaxe, and then they hit it? Anyway. Right, it's conventional explosive disintegrate... Wait, what? That sentence doesn't make sense to me, but okay.
Disintegrated in midair, but most of the nuclear material is made unrecoverable by flooding. That doesn't make sense. Okay.
I don't know what that means, but okay, sir. Whatever you say. That's one of those times you just nod and say yes. So it's in the mine.
Yeah. So you're telling me that it's in the mine.
I'm sorry. Did you say they buried it? Do y'all need some dug up? Because if so, I'm your gal.
Richie.
That was the face of me saying no afterwards. I don't think disarming bombs is a part of our skill set. So the nuke made the ditchlings. No, I don't think it made the ditchlings. If the bomb is somewhere else, why would there be so many ditchlings here? Oh my god, we're screwed.
I kind of want to go with why the ditchlings here.
No, this one?
Third option. Yeah.
That makes sense. If the bomb was somewhere else, why would they be here? Yeah, Goldsboro is almost 400 miles from here. Not that we should be looking too hard at the disaster angle. Whatever those creatures are, they're biological. Look, you never know with radiation. Or apparently it being flooded or something. It could have been washed downstream, question mark? It could have fallen into an underground river, come down, I don't fucking know. We actually know quite a bit. It just melts you. It doesn't make monsters, and a 60-year-old bomb isn't going to explode on its own hundreds of miles away and kill us here. It could explode, but it probably won't be hundreds of miles away from us.
Well, the radiation could cause the issues with the wildlife.
True. You never know. There could always be a whole underground society of bomb-worshipping mutants just waiting to blow it up. True. I've missed this. I love being the person who thinks that you're really crazy and you just keep going. So do you think there's a cult here?
Yeah. They both seem concerned.
Stella more so. Those cops were awfully suspicious, almost like they were trying to cover something up. Maybe the ditchlings were actually nudists doing some weird ritual. Maybe the ditchlings were like summoned. A lot of folks feel tense and closed off.
I go with the first one. The cops seem awfully suspicious, like they're trying to cover something up.
I mean, my thought was that those cops seem awfully stupid and not doing their job.
They're going pretty hard after us.
You know,
for no apparent reason, even though they don't even have a body.
I mean, technically, we are the outsiders, so they'd be like, well, I don't really feel like Stella did it, so... They were very suspicious. I think we need to vote them out. Really weird combination of being dismissive and trying to pin things on me. I don't know, just feels like a cover-up. Yeah, that was pretty bad. But I'm not sure if they really have it in them to be part of a cult.
I mean, have you seen Hot Fuzz?
Meanwhile, I was just gonna say, you don't need to have it in you. You can very easily be in a cult and not even realize it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Hot Fuzz, come on.
I was just gonna say Mark. He's just like, I don't have a cult. Looks at camera.
Hot Fuzz. Jack's favorite movie, Hot Fuzz.
Yes, Hot Fuzz. Yes, I've definitely seen that.
You're missing out.
It's just one of those things.
It's hilarious.
I've been told.
The twist ending is it's a cult, so.
Gotcha. Definitely. I don't think they're capable of putting in the effort. They could be being used.
Yeah.
So, the Veins, the Scarlet, the Folks. Just go down the line still.
Yeah.
So, about the coal mines. Why is she visibly shuttered? Okay. I get cold sweats just thinking about being in a place like that. I feel sorry for the guys who work there. I could never. Speak for yourself. I love a good crevasse. So what happened after the mine collapsed? A union-bustling mine collapsed from poor working conditions. Color me shocked.
Before we even look at those other options.
What was the beginning of that?
Let's explore before we read the other options.
Yes.
Let's move on the conversation.
You just moved back from your microphone so far that it was hard to hear you over the gentle music.
The gentle music.
Yes, the slightly techno music. So which one would you like to
What
go?
happened after the mine collapse? It's to explore options.
The book just kind of glosses over that. There was a union for a little bit, but it didn't last. There's not a whole lot written in the past century. Yeah,
That's suspicious.
that's a little weird. Yeah, the Scarlet Hollow mine isn't exactly the most ethically run business. You've seen who their boss is.
Yep.
No offense or anything. I'm sure Tabby runs the mines better than Charles Shaw ever did. Still hasn't let the union in, though, which is weird. There's a reason she and I don't talk. I mean, besides the fact that Tabitha's not going to try to talk to you anyway.
Yeah.
So color me shocked, or you guys seem to really have a bone to pick with Charles Shaw.
Union busted mine.
Yeah, it's pretty awful. That's what that sculpture out front is for, commemorating all the men and children who died that day. Every kid in...
Is the mural Charles Shaw?
that would be funny. I don't think so, but it could be. Every kid in Scarlet Hollow learns about the collapse of 1918. Our teachers love to emphasize how many children they had working down there, proud to show us how good we have it, or whatever. Low bar, if you ask me. You know, that could be what the ditchlings are warning us about. Another collapse. Write that down! Write that down!
Scribble sounds.
Sheesh. Stella, that's morbid. What else? We're looking to see what disaster is going to happen. Of course they're going to be morbid. And besides, it was all Charles Shaw's fault. The labor market is way more strict now, and there's no way you could get away with the safety cutbacks he pulled. Doesn't mean that the mine is secure.
No.
Y'all don't think the mine's about to collapse, right? Haha, no. I don't think so. I also think your daughter is perfectly safe. Whew. Yeah, I'd be worried there for a second.
I think otherwise, Oscar.
I hate to give Tabitha any credit, but the mine is safer now than it was back then. Still, what a horrible thought. My thought is that it's still an old-ass mine. It could give way regardless of how good you treat it.
Yep.
Exactly, you never know.
Let's talk about Charles Shaw.
That's what happens when someone directly causes a monumental disaster, especially in a small town like this. People tend to spit when they hear your name. I mean, especially because, I guess it was more bustling back then, but I feel like 160 people is still a pretty good amount of the town. I mean, because when it was bustling, there was probably, what, 1,000 or something? A couple thousand people here? And 160 people?
I'd probably equate it to, probably the size of about Cripple Creek.
How big is that?
At height, which I think was like a couple thousand people.
What was that?
I think it was a couple thousand people in Cripple Creek at the height of the gold rush there.
Gotcha. He got run out of town on a rail. So yes, that was him. Bailey.
Oh.
And that's not a figure of speech. Back then, they actually tied you to a rail and ran you out of town. There's a big mural of it. Well then. He got it off easy, if you ask me. I agree with Stella. Maybe ditchlings are warning about another collapse. What if the ditchlings are coming from the mines? What if there's something toxic in the mines poisoning the town? Wayne seems sick. I'm not sure I agree with the collapse angle, but mines sure seem important. The whole town is built around them. The mines seem too obvious. It's gotta be something else.
I was looking up the population of Cripple Creek at the height of the gold rush.
Oh.
It was 10,000, by the way.
Oh, okay. How many
It is
people...
now down to 1,000.
Yeah, I was like, I feel like there's not that many people living there nowadays.
No. That was in 1900.
Was it 1918 when this collapse happened?
Oh, in 1910 it was 6,000. 1920 it was 2,000. So.
It went down really quickly, goodness. People
because the gold rush ran out.
People just up and packed their bags and said, well...
That's because the gold disappeared.
This hole sucks. Goodbye. So I agree with Stella. Ditchlings from the mines. Sick with Wayne. Mines are important, but not collapse. Mines are too obvious.
I'm gonna go with the something to do with the mines. Because something seems to be up about that.
Do you not think that it's a collapse?
I'm not sure.
So, you're not sure?
I'm not sure. It could be a collapse, but it could also be, they could have hit a gas pocket and not have known about it. So.
I mean, that's true. Yeah, that's fair. They're bound to be relevant in some way. Hard to argue against that, but it doesn't really seem to give us much to go on. And just because something seems obvious, it doesn't necessarily mean it's right or relevant. Alright, silos.
Yeah.
Rich guy in the south? Should have known it wouldn't be pretty. I guess he was a product of a different time. Who knows what future generations will think when they look back on us. Wow, talk about a self-made man. Well, seems like a great dude.
No. A rich guy in the south. Should have known.
Yeesh. I figured old money from the south wouldn't be great, but he, sure did some things to get where he was, huh? That book is a perfect example of why you should use multiple sources for your research instead of trusting the first thing you read on the subject. Yep. Dude was a monster. The mines made a lot of money during the Civil War, too. And you can...
Yeah, I noticed that none of the books talked about the Civil War. Not a single one.
I mean, they mentioned it, like that it was around the time.
The Indian War.
Well, remember they mentioned
that he went into the Civil War. That he was a soldier, but they didn't talk.
It was
Indian War repeatedly.
It was World War I. That was what I was thinking.
Yep.
Because I actually said World War II.
Civil War was not mentioned by name in any of the books.
And you can probably guess which side a North Carolinian business owner would be working for.
Yep.
Sorry, you're related to him. Do you think ditchlings are here for retribution? I get it. It must be one of those burial ground situations, right? Like a poltergeist? This town is stuck in the past and built on atrocities. It's already practically collapsing in on itself, no offense. He seems like a terrible person, but I don't see what that has to do with the bad omens or the creatures in the woods. I don't think it's relevant to what's happening right now.
I mean, I want to get a laugh out with the poltergeist reference, but at the same time, would that would that be relevant?
Let me, and save, just in case you want to go back.
Okay, let's do the poltergeist option.
Oh.
Oh, I didn't get a laugh. Okay,
Absolutely
there's a
not.
laugh.
Even I know that's just an urban legend stuff. If stolen land is cursed, then all of North America is cursed.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's...
I literally, I can attest to that.
Yeah, Scarlet Hollow isn't special. You want to go back, or...?
No, we're fine.
Okay.
I don't think that had anything to do with, the story anyways, so.
Okay.
Appalachian folk monsters. Let's talk about Tommyknocker.
So, the cat sounds like it could be mountain lions. True. The ditchlings, Tommyknockers. Wayne is a Tommyknocker. I don't think so. My mom used to tell me that Talippo story. I totally forgotten about it. Which one do we want to start with?
Let's go with the ditchlings and Tommyknockers.
You are so quiet sometimes. Maybe it's just that it's music that's kind of loud.
I think it might be the music
It is a little loud in this,
in this section, yeah. That's a little bit better. 'Cause I haven't changed volume and, yeah, I've been leaning back sometimes, but...
Well, I just knew that your microphone sometimes is a piece of poop,
I don't know why.
It's sad. Alright, so which one were we going with first?
Ditchlings and Tommyknockers.
What with the whole warning thing?
Mm-hmm.
Good thought, but Tommyknockers live in mines. That's like their whole thing.
Your whole town is on top of a mine.
That's true. I gotta write it down, though. Tommyknockers are literally just the sounds that happen when a bunch of rocks and wood are about to collapse. Congratulations, Kanika.
Yep, Dick.
Could you look any more disappointed? Are they? Or are they the sound of mysterious creatures pounding the rocks and support beams with hammers to cause a collapse?
Ah!
Dun dun dun!
That's slander against
Slander.
Tommyknocker.
Bailey. There's simply no way to know. Wampus.
Okay, let's just talk about the other two real quick. I doubt they have anything to do with it, though.
Somewhere between a person-sized and cat-sized. Definitely, they are 100% mountain lions. Kanika, you know there are no mountain lions up here. I thought you were supposed to be a skeptic. Oh, Stella, one of these days you'll trust us.
I don't know why you don't think there's mountain lions in the Appalachians.
I don't know, because people apparently think there aren't any.
There are.
I mean, I thought that you looked it up and you were like, oh, I guess there aren't really any over there.
Cougars are.
Cougars.
And that's just another name for mountain lions. They're extremely rare and are protected by law, but unless they are in the Appalachian Mountains.
Ugh. But the old myths... But the myths are old, right? But the old myths, right? Mountain lions didn't go extinct in the Appalachians that long ago. Those legends just haven't died off yet. They didn't go extinct.
I think they got reintroduced or something.
Oh, maybe.
Or they found some. It was kind of like one of those situations because some species, like a few years back, like in the Amazon rainforest, was classified as extinct, but then it randomly showed up again, like like a few years ago, and they were like, "What the fuck? We classified you as extinct like 50 years ago."
I mean, could you imagine if, like, cicadas were, like, classified as extinct and then they randomly all just, you know, zombied out the floor, you know, like they do, and then they were like, what in the zombie cicada?
Definitely, cicadas are fucking weird.
They are
I
weird.
don't like them.
I mean, I never knew that they could just sprout up out the ground after several years.
Yeah, that's the thing they do.
Is it the thing that they always do, or a thing that was more... Oh,
That's the thing they always do.
love that.
There's yearly ones, there's 7-year ones, and then there's 13-year ones.
Don't they not live that long?
No, they don't. After they grow wings and start like screaming, they only last maybe a few months.
Which seems weird that they wait 13 years to just pop out for a little bit and be like, oh, well, I'm dead now.
I don't know. I don't understand the life cycle of a cicada, but yeah. I don't know what they do underground for 13 years.
Hibernate, I guess. Absorb the nice, cool feeling of Mother Earth.
I guess.
I have no idea. Almost every cryptid can be tracked down to either a hoax or someone getting confused about a perfectly normal animal. Sometimes both. Bigfoot, for instance, started as a prank. Then folks saw bears walking around on their hind legs and got freaked out. Now here we are. You'll eat those words when I get the first clear footage of Bigfoot. If you manage that, I will print out a piece of paper that says Bigfoot isn't real, and I will literally eat it. I promise. I'm holding you to that. Alright,
Okay.
Tilipo! I can't believe I forgot that one. It scared me so bad I didn't eat soup for years. I thought a monster might try to dig it out of my stomach if I did. That's terrifying.
Gretchen looks concerned.
I mean, just don't shoot the tail off a creature and then immediately turn it into soup and eat it.
Yeah.
That was the issue. Haha, I love that one. There's this old chimney in the woods that I used to think was the chimney from the Tilipo. The one where it was the one that was left after the thing did whatever it did.
There's a chimney in the woods, and you didn't tell me about it until now.
So you're telling me I just had to learn about the chimney out in the woods myself, or were you going to tell me? Now I know that's just because chimneys don't burn down and wooden houses do. I mean, that makes sense.
But still.
That doesn't mean it's not the chimney from Tilipo.
I'm gonna look up how to fucking pronounce that because it's confusing me.
Tilipo! I mean, I thought Tilipo made sense, but maybe. I don't know. I've camped out there a couple of times and seen some pretty spooky stuff. Yeah, I watched that video. You saw raccoons.
Haley, I don't know. Everybody's pronouncing it the way you're pronouncing it, so I guess you're right. Okay.
I mean, Tilipo, it sounds like something I've heard of before. I don't remember when, or why, or how, but I remember Tilipo being a thing. Maybe they mentioned it. They might have mentioned it in the first chapter. I don't know. You're gonna get rabies one of these days chasing after wildlife like that. What can I say? I like to live on the edge. Let's move on. So what about Wayne? That creep who keeps coming around my mom's tea room? He snuck up on us last night and called out Maple by name. Yeah, there's definitely something wrong with him. Maybe he's sick. Maybe that's has something to do with what you saw in the woods. I don't know. I'd buy it.
It makes sense.
I mean, he looks fucked.
Because if you hit the right, like, chemical composition in rock, and it starts fucking with, like,
your brain?
Fucking with the brain.
Mm-hmm.
But even if it leaks out into, you know, like, the water stream, because most water streams, like, for wild game, like, they come from mountains, from rock.
Hmm.
And if it got leaked into the water, it could cause growth and cancer and stuff like that. So,
I mean, are you trying to say you're Kanika, Bailey? You're trying to give this a very normal spin.
I think this is a very normal thing. Like, I think the creatures are warning about the chemical spill, and that it could lead to even more issues.
I just think it'd be fun if it was something more fancy. So let's check out the mines. Let's go to the woods again. Why don't we look for Rosalina? What do y'all think?
Seeing as most of our leads lead to the mine, let's go to the mine.
Cool. We should check out the mines. Between Wayne, the old collapse, and the fact that the whole town's practically built around them, it seems like the smartest place to start.
Mm-hmm.
Good idea. There's an awful lot of mines-related stuff in my notes. We can poke around, find out if anyone's seen anything weird. Just to clarify, you two are suggesting we question some of the miners, right? We are not poking around unprepared in the actual mines, right? Right, yeah. Yeah, that was...
I'm still silent about that.
Right? Yeah, totally, 100%. I would never. We don't even have a good reason to go down there. Crazy little Kanika, you.
We do have reason.
Boops her right on the nose, calling her a silly goose.
Say, look, there's your cat doing the thing that we were just talking about.
Uh-huh. He's cute. Good. Let's keep it that way. You know how I feel about mines. Which means that you, who is more connected to nature, feels that there's something wrong with the mines. You just...
And we go into them.
I promise, Neeks. We're just going to question some of the miners. And then we're going to hear something weird and we're going to run into the mines because we're curious.
Yeah.
And if that questioning gives us a good reason to poke around, say a cool abandoned coal mine, then we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. You know. You can cross that bridge when we come to it. I am not going underground. You know, I respect that decision. Especially because if we do go in there and a collapse happens, someone needs to know we were in there.
Yeah.
I'm just messing with you. We'll stick to the surface 100%. 100%. Write that down. Yeah, and hopefully we can find out what happened to Wayne while we're at it, because he looks fucked.
He does.
Though technically, if there is colored water dripping somehow in Oscar's house, there could be blood-colored water staining his shirt.
I mean, that could be a chemical leak, yeah.
My concern would then be, well, it's good that you moved out of your house, but there could be chemicals bubbling out of your bedroom floor.
Yeah.
And it's good that you got your cat out of there because they like to just lick shit.
You would know.
You know? Also, I just want to point out how fucking ripped Stella's arms are.
I love her.
They're so curvy in this pose.
Yeah.
Maybe Tabitha! Hopefully this will mean I get a chance to know Tabitha a little better. I'm sure Tabitha's gonna love that we're snooping around. Alright, but let's try to stay under the radar.
Let's
Awesome.
go with the second option.
Hopefully
Get to
this
know
will...
Tabitha a little better.
Okay.
Like what she actually does.
Yeah. I don't think she's going to be super jazzed to see any of us snooping around the mines, let alone bothering her while she's trying to run the place.
Never said we'd talk to her.
You know. She does get a little grumpy when she's at work. She gets grumpier at work. I'm pretty sure snark is that girl's baseline level of existence. Chatting over dinner might be a better way to get to know her. If you're okay eating boxed mac and cheese.
She will not let us eat her mac and cheese, so that's not going to happen.
That's true. We get moldy bread. That's what we get. We can sneak around the mines, no problem. I'll make sure to keep my eyes peeled for her, as well as his daughter. She won't even know we're there.
Yeah.
Look at us going out on a caper. I want to say camper together. I missed this.
We could get a camper, Stella.
We could get a camper. I missed it too. I mean, sure, it's not under the best circumstances, but I've been so wrapped up in running the store, I didn't realize how much I missed being able to hang out with you. Which is why I don't want to work 40 hours. Because then you're too wrapped up in work to do anything.
Yeah.
Though, there is something missing. We are missing our resident scrawny boy.
We are.
Reese! Stella, why are you giving me a face of you had forgotten completely about him? I really miss that dude. I can't believe how long it's been since we've seen each other. Have you seen him lately? Nope. I've tried to plan stuff, but he's been too sick.
People are sick. Like, come on.
Well,
My
but
theory is becoming more and more prevalent.
But remember, Reese has just been, like, depressed for, like, oh, I don't know, 10 years?
Still.
If you remember that being the backstory for him.
Still. And you don't really ever say, like, one that's depressed, like, sick, like this.
Well, I guess it was more of a, he's been going through a lot for the past while, and by while I mean 10 years. I can't remember exactly how she phrased it now. You know, we could just pop over and surprise him. He seemed excited to meet Maple. Maybe we'll finally get him to leave his little cave. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Go meet him.
Alright, let's roll out. See ya, Oscar. We'll let you know if we run into Rosalina.
Can I pet the cat before I go?
Thanks, guys. I'll keep you posted.